Hi friends, we have already studied the currents of Atlantic, the currents of Pacific Ocean. It was more or less same, only thing was the names were different. Now look at the Indian Ocean. From the diagram itself, we can say that the Indian Ocean is half a ocean. What I mean by half a ocean? That means the northern part of the Indian Ocean, because it is enclosed from all the sides, it is surrounded by landmass. And because it is surrounded by landmass, the monsoon winds and the landmass have a major effect on the currents which are generated in the Indian Ocean system. So remember, because the northern part of Indian Ocean, is surrounded by land, current system is not well developed. So it is not very well developed because it is surrounded by Africa, it is surrounded by Middle East, it is surrounded by Indian subcontinent, it is surrounded by Southeast Asia here. So Java, Sumatra in this region, therefore the current system is not well developed. Now you remember the color codes which I am using. Red stands for warm ocean current, blue stands for cold ocean current. Because it is not well developed in the northern hemisphere, let us study the currents of the southern Indian Ocean. In the southern Indian Ocean, there is an south equatorial current, which is a properly well developed current system. This south equatorial current is generated due to the rotation of the earth and due to the winds which are developed. Also obviously there is an equatorial counter current. These are warm currents which I have already shown with the arrows. So south equatorial current and the equatorial counter current. Now this south equatorial current water comes and it is bifurcated in the terms, one goes to the eastern side of an island, this is a Madagascar island, and one goes through inside of this region between the island of Madagascar and the Africa region. After that, both these ocean currents join and together they flow downwards. So what is this ocean? What are the name of this ocean currents? Obviously we know that this is south equatorial current. The south equatorial current is bifurcated into two types. One is the East Madagascar current. This is an East Madagascar current. While the other current which flows between the Africa, mainland Africa and the Madagascar, then between this gap, what is this gap known as? This gap is known as Mozambique Channel. Mozambique is the country here, so it is known as a Mozambique Channel, and therefore the name of this current here is the Mozambique current. It is a Mozambique current. So what are the major ocean currents of the southern Indian Ocean? Warm currents, this is south equatorial current, Madagascar, East Madagascar current, and the Mozambique current. Both this Mozambique and the southern equatorial current join to form a larger current which is known as Agulhas current. So Agulhas current is in the southern tip of eastern Africa. It is known as an Agulhas current. So these are the important warm ocean currents of the Indian Ocean. What is the cold current? Obviously the cold current will come only in the form of west wind drift which flows, and this west wind drift under the Coriolis force will be deflected to the left hand side, and it will come. Why it is getting deflected to the left hand side? Because of the Coriolis force, and it will come as a West Australian current. It is known as a West Australian current. No doubt, the West Australian current is a cold current. While in the previous lecture in the Pacific Ocean, we studied East Australian current. The East Australian current is a warm current. While remember, the West Australian current is a cold current. Any cold current supports deserts, or there are hot deserts. So we have Great Australian Desert in this region. So this is a region of a Great Australian Desert here, and while this is the major city which is located here, the city is known as an Perth. The city is the Perth. So these are the important currents of the Indian Ocean. Now look at the currents of the Northern Indian Ocean. Remember, the current system of Indian Ocean is largely controlled by landmass and by the winds. Nowhere in the current system the effect is so dominant of the effect of the winds is so dominant as in the Northern Indian Ocean. So you can remember the current of the Indian Oceans are largely controlled by winds and the landmass. So I can rub here the currents of North Indian Ocean. I am writing here NIO, that means North Indian Ocean is largely controlled by landmass and monsoon winds. So how is the effect seen? Let us see at how the effect is seen. From in the summer season, the winds blow as a southwest monsoon. So we have a southwest monsoon current which comes towards India. And flows as a southwest monsoon current during which season? During the season of southwest monsoon, that is during the season of our summers. So we have a current which I am showing here, which is known as an southwest monsoon current. Southwest monsoon current. While, so southwest monsoon current, it develops during the summer season. Obviously, what will be the current? Current will be a warm current because it develops during the summer season along with the southwest monsoon. Again, what are monsoon winds? The kind of winds in which there is complete change in the, or complete U-turn, or at least 180-degree change in the direction of their direction. Such winds are known as monsoon winds. So we have one wind which comes from the southwest, while the other wind which comes from the northeast. So there is a complete reversal in their direction, and therefore our climate is known as a monsoon type of a climate. The other current which develops during the winter season, but again remember it is a warm current because it is developing in the warm regions of the world. I will mark it with the black pen, but remember it is a warm current, is the northeast monsoon current. Is the northeast monsoon current. So this is the current, these are the current system. Now, when does the northeast monsoon current, southwest monsoon current develops during the summer season in India? When the southwest monsoon is more prominent, while the northeast monsoon current, which is I have shown in the black color, northeast monsoon current. The northeast monsoon current develops during the season of northeast monsoon, that is during the winter season in India. So these are the current systems of Indian Ocean. No doubt the northeast monsoon is also, you keep in mind, a warm current. So what are the different current systems of India? We have during the summer season, we have southwest monsoon, while during the winter season, we have northeast monsoon. That means the statement, if I say this statement, is there a seasonal change in the direction of the winds and the seasonal change in the direction of the ocean currents in Indian Ocean, in the North Indian Ocean? Is it true or false? Yes, there is a seasonal change in the direction of an ocean current depending upon the change in the winds in the Northern Indian Ocean region. So how is the seasonal change? The seasonal change is in the form of a southwest monsoon current and the northeast monsoon current. While in the southern hemisphere there is a south equatorial current. This south equatorial current then continues as a Mozambique current which flows through a Mozambique channel. It continues as what? It continues as a Mozambique current. It flows through a Mozambique channel, while one current which flows to the eastern side of Madagascar is the East Madagascar current. Both these join together to form an Agulhas current which is in the southern tip of eastern Africa, while the West Australian current is a cold current which goes to the West Australian region. This West Australian current is associated with the Great Australian Desert. So if the question comes, write about the current system of Indian Ocean. Or the assignment is, I can use this board to rub, write about the assignment. Describe the current system of Indian Ocean. See, in any question, describe the current system of Indian Ocean. First write that what is an ocean current. So a definite direction of a movement of ocean water is an ocean current. Then change your line, change your next point. The Indian Ocean current system is not very well developed because of the dominance of land mass, especially in the Northern Indian Ocean. Then third point, the Indian Ocean current system is largely controlled by the land mass and the monsoon winds. Why? Because it is surrounded by the land. Fourth, the current system of Northern Indian Ocean is southwest monsoon current which flows along the southwest monsoon, which flows along with the southwest monsoon winds during the Indian summer season. This is a warm current. Fifth, when there is a change in the direction of monsoon winds, the currents also change their direction in the form of northeast monsoon current which develops during northeast monsoon season, that is the winter season in the Indian subcontinent. It is also a warm current. Thus, the current system of Northern Indian Ocean is largely controlled by the direction of monsoon winds. Next point, the current system of Southern Indian Ocean. In the Southern Indian Ocean, there is a South Equatorial current. This South Equatorial current further develops, it goes southwards. One flows to the east of Madagascar, known as a Madagascar current, while the other flows through the Mozambique channel, underlying the Mozambique channel as an Mozambique current. Both this current join together to form an Agulhas current. On the other hand, west wind drift is deflected northwards or deflected leftwards to come and hit the western coast of Australia as a West Australian current. Now this West Australian current is associated with what? With the Great Australian Desert. This is the overall general idea of an current system in the Indian Ocean. So this is your assignment. Try to write down so that these are the facts. Once you write down the assignment, I don't think you will forget the facts ever, even for the preliminary examination. So these are the current systems of the three oceans, Atlantic, Indian and the Pacific Ocean. Now in the next lecture, we will study what is the importance of the ocean currents. I hope that you are enjoying the lecture series. We'll meet again in the next lecture. Till the time, thank you very much.